talk about Tszyu. He did an interview on boxing.com. He said, that the 154-pound division, the guy to beat is Sebastian Fundora, and the guy that he wants to fight the most is Sebastian Fundora. He didn't mention Bud's name in his Boxing Scene interview. Like I said, it's on boxing.com. Like I first reported, he dug Bud in March. They were supposed to fight like in the beginning of last year when he fought Sebastian Fundora. He was originally supposed to fight Keith Thurman. He said no, and that was partly because PBC promised him a Errol Spence fight down the line. So him and Fundora both was chasing that Errol Spence fight. I don't know where Errol Spence stands in this situation as far as physically, emotionally, trainer-wise. I don't know. And I don't ask, right? I can ask if it's that important to y'all. I don't know if I would get an answer. But that was the carrot that they was dangling in front of those guys to deter Terrence Crawford from, actually getting in there and getting the fight and getting the fight. And you're doing 2 miles an hour blowing your horn. Don't got your glasses on. Please keep it there. This old man doing 2 miles an hour is hilarious. But like I said, they was dangling that Errol Spence carrot in front of them. But I understand with him saying, Fundora the guy to beat. He said he ain't the best, but he's the guy to beat because he got the belts. So I definitely understand that train of thought with him having the belts. Him being the guy to beat or whatever. So yeah, I get that. I definitely understandable right then and right there. Outside of that, and then they had that fight where, most people thought Tszyu was on his way to knocking out Fundora until he got injured. So he had to cut or whatever, which, he, for the most part, he caused the cut. He ran into Fundora's elbow. So, but, I digress. So, you wonder, they throwing Jermell Charlo in there. He might get a tune-up fight on the tank card in Houston, in his hometown. And then he might go for the Tszyu Montevelli winner, or he might go for the Spence and the Crawford and Fundora winner. So that seems to kind of be their game plan right now to prolong Bud from getting undisputed. So we'll see what happens. But being out the ring a year, coming back down from 168 to 154, that'd be tough on Charlo, in my humble opinion. But, nonetheless, that is what it is. But, Fundora, when he got a couple belts, he's been in the division a long time. I think he is the guy to beat right now. Not necessarily the lineal champ, but he's the guy to beat. He's the guy that everybody got their eye on and should have their eye on. He got 2 belts. He's been there a long time. He been up, he been down, he been back up. So that's a dangerous thing when a guy knows he can bounce back. It's a dangerous thing when a guy knows he can bounce back. He been through some trials and tribulations. He ain't trying to protect his old, and he's a big guy. But, I think at the end of the day, I would like to see Tszyu be a little bit more vocal about fighting Terrence Crawford. And that's because I know for a fact he turned down that fight. Did he have some incentives in there to turn down that fight? Absolutely. Al Heyman doing everything he can to deter these guys from fighting Bud Crawford. Like I said before, man, so you can use, white ball, black ball. This is black ball. This is black on black person banning the brother from an opportunity. And in my opinion, it's unfortunate. It really is, because ain't no real good place to go for any fighter, to be honest. All these fighters claim that they got taken advantage of, from guys, brothers that work with Don King, Mike Tyson, etc., from guys that work with Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, from guys that work with Oscar De La Hoya, who's a promoter, and why Marquez said he was robbed. So, it's a 1,000 stabs by one night, by about 4 or 5 knives. It's a dirty game. But with Tszyu, I think for real, I like to see him be a little bit more vocal on fighting Bud. And maybe he don't think Bud would be Fundora, which I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. He can get old overnight, you know what I'm saying? He could lose. Fundora's a big guy. And in that fight, I think he would have to use his legs and a lot of feints with Fundora. So, that's just my opinion. Fundora ain't no cakewalk. You know. But dog, I just woke up, I'm like, man. I had a bunch of videos last night. I was supposed to have something slide through. She didn't even come. She texted this morning. I really wasn't tripping. So I did a gang of work Saturday night. Gang of work. So up early. So yeah, I ain't do shit. Man, I went to Jimmy John's, the grocery store, and went to the crib yesterday. That's all I did. Napped and worked. I was tired. You know, if y'all ain't see the live stream Saturday, that shit was lit. So I plan on doing it on Sunday. Y'all probably see this video Monday, sometime next week, depending on how. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ, bro. I got caught by the train. Come the freak on, man. Man, I feel this dude busting this U-turn. Or this Keisha busting this U-turn. That wig is horrible on your head, Keisha. But, oh, come on. That mean I would have to go around. Yeah, I'm going around. I don't even get it. It's early, dog. I'm gonna have to just go around. I'm gonna have to spin the block. That shit crazy. Shit mad crazy. But yeah, I'm going around. Fuck it. That's wild though. Everybody turned around like. But yeah, like I said before with Timmy Boy, I like to see him be a little bit more vocal about one fight Terrence Crawford. He also talked about moving up in weight a little bit, that he might move up in weight. So, but yeah, I like to see him be a little bit more vocal about fighting Crawford. It's a good fight. He's a young power puncher, boxer puncher. His dad been in camp with him for this fight, so his dad being a little bit more hands-on with him. And I kind of fuck with his dad approach. Like, all right, I'm gonna put you with your uncle and some guys that I trust to train you. I mess with that approach. And when I need to step in, it's serious. I'm only gonna step in when I feel the right to step in. At some point, I feel like you look at Bronny and LeBron, you look at Dion and Shador, and I love it. But at some point, you gotta let your son go. You gotta let him make all his own decisions. Now, some decisions that y'all, you gotta make for him, even when they grown. I told y'all about that story on Coach Greg Adams' channel where he talked about how his son was about to marry a woman, and the woman, they both came off of well-off families. You gotta understand, when his son died, the resources go to that particular woman for real. A lot of the times, or they divorced, whatever. So he had a private investigator on the woman and found out she was selling, the box. Yep, he found out that the young woman was selling the box. Yep, he found out that the young woman was selling the box. So, well off, you'll never think of. Some of them sell the box for fun. Yeah, some of them just like to do it. They like to thrill. Dick and dangerous, we say. Sometimes we said it more. I don't like it. That was a great quote. But yeah, man. So yeah, a lot of times you got to be there to make major decisions. But a lot of the times, some of the times, you got to just let your son make the decisions and let him go. And you got to step in where you need to step in at. Real talk. So, but I love it. His dad is getting in the camp a little bit, and I guarantee you, when he do make an appearance in his camp, I bet it's major. It's something that he's seeing. Okay, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's impactful. But at some point, we can't hold our son's hand all the way through life. But there's certain major milestones that you gotta, you're gonna have to have. You can't preach to them all the time, but but y'all know how I be. A lot of times my grandfather used to tell me stuff, my father tell me stuff, and I digest it, I comprehend it, but when I go through it, then in my head I can reference it, like, damn, he did say that, or damn, he did do this, or damn, he did tell me to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always kind of absorbing information. I may not necessarily use it, but when I kind of go through it, that's the one thing about being observant. Gotta be. But yeah, I like seeing him be a little bit more vocal about fighting Bud, but that's a good fight. So that's a good fight. I don't even wonder if he even want to give Charlo a shot too. Fuck, I want to fight him for now. They should white and blackball Charlo, to be honest. But one thing I say, I kind of give him a pass for. He fought them how they came. No did he? Yeah, he fought them he fought everybody. So you gotta respect that in this division. He's one of the undisputed champions. They cleared it out. So, but hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description, the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch. Check out the Patreon. You won't be disappointed. Shout out to all the brothers joining the Patreon, man. I appreciate y'all.